Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. So today I have a little update video for ya. Haven't done an update video in a while, mainly because there's not really been much to update you guys about. I remember I used to do update videos like every month, like last year, because of all the craziness happening in my life. And well, not last year, maybe like 2 years ago, like before getting married and like going to cosmetology school and switching jobs and all that kind of stuff. Honestly, for the past year, over a year, I have been doing the same thing. Haven't really had anything new to share with you guys, but I do have to fill you guys in on some stuff that's going to be changing. And mainly, like, I want to film this update video because it could possibly maybe make some things different. I'm hoping it doesn't make anything different with my social media. I hope it makes it better. But just in case, you know, like, you guys are all filled in and everything like that so that you know what's going on. Let's get into it. Okay, if you guys are new here and you've never been to my channel, hi, I'm Lily. Nice to meet you. I got married in May 2021. I was in cosmetology school right as I got married. I was in the, like, right at the end of cosmetology school, and I was working at a restaurant as a server. From May to August, I was in cosmetology school, and then right from cosmetology school, I was going to work every day. Obviously, that sounds like a lot, and therefore, my husband and I didn't really get a lot of time in the beginning of our marriage to really be with each other. So it kind of was rough. Finally, I got out of cosmetology school. I was gonna plan on going into a salon, but things fell through. It just didn't feel right. So I ended up not really doing anything like in a salon setting. So I just stuck with my restaurant job. So I've been working at this restaurant for over a year now. Throughout the year of working there, I got kind of like promoted to like a lead server, and I really love the place that I work at. It is an amazing restaurant. The people are amazing. The owner is amazing. It's just a great place to work. And so I was really happy there. My life was so much less stressful because for a year straight, I was going from cosmetology school to work to home, and the only day off I had was Sunday. For a year straight, I was running myself so thin. And really, that's just been my life, my whole life, because even before that, I was in like a leadership college at my church and running myself super thin. Throughout this year, I have really been working on like myself, wanting to build up like what I love to do, which is YouTube, and then I do wedding makeup on the side. If you do not follow me on my Instagram or my TikTok, I made a whole like haul of all the new makeup products that I got for my makeup kit, which was really fun. I do that on the weekends, not every weekend, but it is great money. I've been doing it pretty consistently now. That's kind of what I do with my cosmetology degree or license. I've always loved makeup way more than like hair. I love hair and I love hairstyling, but my real main passion is makeup. And if you have seen any of my videos from when I really first started this channel, it was a beauty channel. So I would make all beauty videos basically. I have lots of makeup videos if you want to check those out all the way in the beginning of my YouTube career. All of this being said, as you can tell, or as you can probably sense, like my husband and I really haven't had a lot of time to be together. And then with getting out of cosmetology school and going straight just full-time into this restaurant job, it was great for me personally because I was able to have my mornings. So I work from like 4:30 to when we close. So we close at like 10, which is fine on weekdays. That's a pretty good time to close. And then we close at 11 on weekends. So it's not too bad. But my husband has a like 9 to 5 job. So he works in the morning and then gets off at night. About, I would say like a month and a half ago, I was realizing that, oh my gosh, we like never talk to each other. We never really even see each other. I do have 3 days off, which is really nice for me personally. I have Mondays, Sundays, and Wednesdays off. So in the beginning of our marriage, my husband had Mondays off of his work. So we both had Mondays off together, which was great. So we were able to hang out together on Mondays. But then Sundays is technically a work day for him. He goes to church. He's a youth pastor, so that's his technically a work day. So, but we still like have the evenings together on Sundays. Wednesdays, we never really see each other except for youth group, because the reason why I have Wednesdays off is because we do our youth night that night. I don't have, anything to do during the day, but then at night we have youth group. I don't see him pretty much all day. And then we just get to really hang out like at 9 o'clock after youth group ends. Now he does work on Mondays, and his off days are Fridays, Saturdays. With that new transition, we were really only seeing each other at night, and then on Friday mornings and Saturday mornings sometimes, but sometimes not, because I do weddings on Saturdays. Really, it was like Fridays and then Sundays, but Sundays were family days, or our family days. So we usually hang out with his family. We all go do something or hang out or whatever. So it's not just us. So if you can tell where this is going, I never really had time with him alone. We never really got to go on dates, because when we had Mondays off together, we would go to the grocery store, get things ready for the week. We would go work out. We would go maybe like hang out with friends, get stuff done. That's my YouTube day. So the air conditioning just turned on. So my YouTube days, like I would be editing on Mondays. We wouldn't really like go on dates or anything. So we haven't really prioritized time together. So I feel like that was a really long explanation, but I kind of just wanted to catch you guys up on like our life together and like what it's been like. About a month and a half ago, I was really feeling this weight of, just feeling like we never get to hang out. We never get to see each other. And when we do have time to see each other, it's not like we're really spending quality time together. It's more like we just need to get things done together so that we're set for the rest of the week. Obviously, like we have Friday mornings together, which is today's Friday, but I'm filming. Fridays are my filming days. And then I have to go to work at 4. So we can't really like do anything or go anywhere because I'm anticipating going to work. And then also we like to go work out together in the mornings, and we like to sleep in. So like by the time we do all of that, it's already noon, and we only have like 3 hours to hang out. The weight of all of this kind of started slowly creeping up on me, and kind of all started settling in. And I was like, man, I feel like we never see each other. A couple weeks ago, I brought something up to him on Saturday or something, and he was like, why didn't you talk to me about this before? And I was like, well, because I haven't really even seen you until now. Like, we see each other at night, but we only spend like maybe 30 minutes together, and then we go to bed. So it's not like I'm really in the mindset to have a full-on conversation with him. I honestly just started writing in my prayer journal, and I was like, you know what, Lord? If I'm supposed to get a new job, I don't want to do anything. I just want you to bring me a job. I'm not going to move unless you move. And like, I don't want to try to make things happen that aren't supposed to happen, or that isn't supposed to happen. I wrote that down, and nothing really happened for a few weeks. I started hanging out with new friends that we met. I actually did her wedding makeup, and through doing her wedding makeup, we kind of started talking and hanging out, and her husband and my husband really click and get along well. So that was awesome, because we've been really wanting to hang out with people who are on the same page of life as us, married and young and stuff like that. She just started this new job as a Montessori teacher. About a couple weeks after we started hanging out, she texted me while I was at work one day, and she was like, hey, I just want to put this out there. You don't have to do anything with it, but we have a need for a second teacher at our Montessori. If you want to think about it, pray about it, if you want to come toward or something, let me know. As I said, I wasn't actively searching for a job. I just kind of put that in my prayer journal one day and then just let it be. And then this came up, but I did not have peace about it. I was really back and forth with it. When new things come, I really think way too hard about it. And so I write like a pros and cons list. I write all these things down, mentally am going through everything. I basically wrote down a list of things that I would need out of this job if it is from the Lord, basically. And so I ended up going ahead and taking a tour, just a tour, nothing serious. Like, it was really awesome. I love kids. If you've been around my channel for a while, you know that I want to have kids so bad. It's my dream job is to be a mom. I've always babysat. I've been a nanny. It sounds great, but when it came down to it, after the little tour, the director gave me basically a starting wage, or like told me like what the starting wage could be. And that really was not what I needed. And I was like, I don't know. I don't think that this is right, because ultimately to feel comfortable, like, I need to make more money. So then I was kind of back to square one, going to just stay at my job. After the tour, she just asked me to, like, if I wanted to just put in an application, I could. So I was like, I mean, I guess I can just put in an application. Maybe like my resume and stuff will make them think differently about the starting wage, but I'm really not thinking anything about it because, you know, it's a Montessori. I'm sure they can't really give me any more pay than what they already give. I put in an application, and then they wanted to give me an interview over the phone. And before I did an interview over the phone, I just emailed them back, and I was like, look, I think this job would be amazing. I love this Montessori. I love what you guys are doing, but honestly, I just can't afford to be losing out on that much money. I would need more money than that to take this job. And so then I kind of just let that be. So then they didn't email me back until, I think I sent that on like a Friday, and they didn't email me back until the Monday. And so then that Monday they emailed me and they said, we can up your pay because of your resume and the experience that you've had. And then we also are doing a sign-on bonus. And so after that, I was like, okay, well, if they're doing this, like, this must be like a sign from the Lord, like that I probably should seek more into this. And so even though it wasn't exactly what I would want to be making, it was definitely more of a comfortable spot or more of a comfortable pay. And so I started considering it again. And so I ended up doing the phone interview. And the thing about this Montessori is that it's a Christian-based Montessori. So everything that they teach is out of the Bible. The curriculum is all Christian-based. You know, you're free to speak the name of Jesus. It's a really amazing organization and school. So that was another thing that really made me consider it. And so then I did a phone interview, and the phone interview wasn't even really an interview. The lady just asked me like about my spiritual life, asked me what my testimony was, asked me like what the Lord's doing in my life right now, what he's teaching me. And she asked me a few like interview type questions, but it was really like about like me and like my spiritual life, because they're very strict on who they hire. And so that was like another thing that was like, wow, this is amazing. And so then after doing the phone interview, I went ahead and did another in-person interview tour again, which I already obviously went on a tour. So I actually met with a different lady this time. The Montessori is located in a church, basically. It's like a community center. And so this lady I met with was actually the pastor's wife who's over this organization, and she was amazing. We just talked about, honestly, we didn't even really talk about the job. I just talked about kind of like what's been going on in my life, some of the things I'm passionate about. It was really amazing. And that really was what was like, okay, maybe I should really get this job. Throughout this whole process, obviously the money was the biggest factor. The whole time, you know, I've really felt the Lord like kind of saying to me like, Lily, I need you to just trust me. And, you know, if you can't trust me with your finances, or with, you know, if this is what I'm wanting you to do, but you don't do it because of the money, like, then I can't bless you because you aren't trusting me. You know, you're not trusting me with your finances, with your life. This is obviously from me. This is obviously ordained by me. Like, I don't want to know what would happen if I don't do it, or maybe nothing would have really happened, but I really want to always be obedient, and through obedience comes blessing, and, you know, more blessing than maybe what I could have had staying at my other job. That's really what the Lord was teaching me throughout this whole process, was like, do you trust me? Like, do you trust me even though it's less money? And through this job opportunity, I will be able to have nights off. So I'll be able to see Jack every night for more than 30 minutes. I'm able to have weekends off. So I have Saturdays and Sundays off, and I actually get my Wednesdays off too, which is amazing. And that was another thing that I really wanted out of this job, and they were able to offer it to me, which is something that I never thought they would have been able to. I'm able to have my Wednesdays off, even though I'm going to be having to get up a lot earlier, and my schedule is going to be completely opposite than what it is now. Ultimately, it is going to be better fit for my marriage and for my family, and, you know, it's just going to create better opportunities for my spiritual life, my personal life, and all that kind of stuff. And that's really what is most important. I mean, if money is the most important thing to me, then all the other things are going to fail or going to become unhealthy. And I don't want to compromise my marriage for money. I really needed to evaluate, like, am I too concerned about the money that my marriage is going to be impacted by it? I ended up taking the job. And so I put in my 2 weeks at my job a couple days ago. I am going to be starting this new journey. With that being said, nothing should be changing here on YouTube or on my social media. The really nice thing about this job is that I actually get 2 hours in the middle of the day that I can be on my phone and do social media stuff. So I get an hour lunch, and then I also get an hour where I'm in the room with the kids while they're napping, but I can be on my phone and doing stuff. So that actually really is going to be a designated time to do social media and to get stuff done so that I can actually get it done. Because right now I have designated time, but I use that time unwisely. And so this will really like make me, you know, get these things done. And I think it will be better in the long run. And then I'll have my nights to, you know, add more to my stories. I can't really add anything to my stories right now because I'm just stuck at home. But this will give me more opportunity to do stuff on Instagram, to film, to edit, and then also to go to bed at a decent time and to eat dinner at a decent time. I don't know if you guys saw what I eat in a day, but I didn't eat dinner until 11 o'clock. And so this will give me time to actually eat dinner and eat dinner with Jack and make dinner for him. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I haven't really made dinner for him in months. And so I can actually start doing that. And I'll have to meal prep and change some things around and eat lunch out. But in the long run, it's going to be so much better. And this will really set the trajectory of where, you know, I want to be later on in life. And I get weekends off, so that means I don't have to take off work for weddings or anything like that. I already have Saturdays off, and that will give me a more chance to make more money with doing weddings. So that is the deal. That is what's happening. Just wanted to fill you guys in, but I'm very excited. Prayers as I start this new job. I will not be starting for about 2 more weeks. Me putting in my 2 weeks off really went very well. My job is very, very encouraging and supportive of this decision, which I'm very grateful for because I love them so much. I love the job that I'm at now, but this will really benefit me and my family and my future. If you guys have any questions, or if you're going through something similar or whatever, please let me know down below. I would love to talk to you and communicate with you. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram, where you'll be able to see a lot more that I do on there and be filled in a lot more over there, which is the _ Lily Allen. And then other than that, I think that should be about it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.